What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are having a great day so far. This video is going to be completely different from what I usually post, but I wanted to just post this and give you guys a better insight of my life, right? So I want to give you guys my entire journey leading up to this point now, where I'm looking to do over $100,000 next month as a 19-year-old. And no, I'm not saying that just to lie or flex or do anything like that. I want to give you guys a full breakdown of my entire life leading up to this point so that you can also do the same thing, right? So there's not going to be a whole bunch of fancy editing in this video and whatnot. I'm just going to be completely raw and start off with kind of like my story. So when I was younger, I was super into video games. I was quite honestly just addicted to them. I think everybody was at one point. I was playing like Call of Duty, Fortnite, whatever. And I used to like really want to be, obviously I think a lot of people wanted this, but I think a lot of people wanted to be professional like gamers and shit, right? Like everybody wanted to be online and make money and whatnot, right? So as a kid, I've always kind of had that like ambition of like making money remotely, I guess. So like as a kid, I've always thought, like what if I played Fortnite and I won a tournament and I made money, whatever, right? So that kind of, I think, sparked my fuel to, stay at home and make money and, make a lot of money as well doing it. But I want to start off as well, like in high school. Honestly, I didn't have much going on for me in high school. I was very just to myself. I didn't really like talking with the other people around me because I felt like they didn't have the same goals and ambitions as I did. A lot of the kids that were in high school were smoking, drinking, all this shit, throwing parties. That just wasn't my thing. I just felt like that shit's personally stupid. Honestly, just a waste of time, really. Even to this day, I don't really do partying, or I don't drink at all. I don't smoke at all. I don't vape, whatever. And I just felt like all those things were just kind of a waste of time to me. But during high school, I ended up getting my first ever job. I worked at Office Max, funny enough, and I was absolutely miserable. That kind of, I think, really sparked like the feel I needed to really like make this shit happen, right? Because I was literally waking up every single day, going to school, finishing school. I'd get off at 3 and then work till like 8, which wasn't bad. It was like a 5-hour shift. But the store was so damn dead that there was like nobody in there, and I couldn't even keep busy. It was just miserable. Couldn't be on our phones, obviously, whatever. I had to go clean the damn bathrooms, and I was doing this nonstop. And then on weekends, I would literally work like a 12-hour shift at fucking Office Max. I would sell like paper, pens, printers, all this shit, and we would get yelled at if we didn't do something correctly. So it was just like a shitty situation, and I hated it so much. The workers there, the bosses there were just complete assholes. And I knew I didn't want that forever. Nobody wants that forever. Most people that are in a 9 to 5 right now would tell you that if they could work from home and make a lot of money, they would be like 100% yes. You know what I mean? So that was kind of like my first kind of like roadblock. I felt that, and I was like, okay, I need to do better in life because I don't want to do this forever. So I eventually, this is such a funny story. I don't think I've ever shared this before, but when I was around 16 actually, when I was working this job, I ended up getting heavily into like, video games, obviously, but I was making cheats for Call of Duty, funny enough. I know this is such a funny story, and I didn't know what I was doing at the time or how serious it was, but I used to have this unlock all tool with my name branded on it and everything. And my friends were getting me into this kind of like community of like, Warzone cheating and shit. And now, as I know as an adult, is probably not a good thing, but I was underage and I didn't know what I was doing. But they were like, bro, like you can make so much money off this. So I ended up using one of my paychecks from Office Max and paid to get my own custom tool made. And I called it the Defy. I called it Defy. Sorry, DEFY. And I like branded it. I had this whole TikTok. I still have it to this day, and it has millions of views of people seeing my program and stuff. And I was literally charging $30 a lifetime for these kids, and I can generate a key at a moment's notice. I could literally go on my computer, press a key, give it to that person. They can't use any other thing. It was stuck on their computer. Nobody else can log in with it. It was crazy. And I managed to make like my first like 10 grand in 1 month off of the tools, and I was just selling so many of them. It was actually crazy. And obviously like Warzone ended up dying out, and I knew I had to like change it up and go find something else to do because I wasn't gonna sell Warzone cheats for the rest of my life, right? But that right there was like my first entry into making money online, and I think that was like the biggest light bulb ever going off in my head, being like, holy shit, this is like actually insane. I was 16 years old and I made 10K in 1 month. And then the next month it was like a couple thousand, but I didn't care. I was like, I made 10 G's, dude. Like, this is sick. So I think that was like my first, kind of like sign that there might actually be money online. And it's not just like this, fake thing that everybody talks about. So after that happened, obviously Warzone died the fuck out. And I was literally living off like, I don't know, 15 grand of what I made off the tools for like a couple months. I was like living in my hometown, which is like back that way, and rent was like $1,200 a month. So it wasn't that bad. I was low key like living all right, and eventually it ran out, just like all things do. And I had to pick up another job again at Lucid, which is a car manufacturing company that makes electric cars. And this is where everything kind of went downhill. So I got this job. Obviously, I was miserable working there. Like the first few days, I was exhausted. They put my ass to work. I was inspecting cars nonstop. I was the new guy, so they had me going and moving the cars around, putting them on the lifts, inspecting all of them, taking pictures, whatever. All the fucking boring shit, right? They made me go do it. Hey, man, you're the new guy. Go, whatever. So I just had really shitty coworkers, and I was just really at a low point because, think about it. I had this whole like high of making all this money as a kid, and then eventually it just blows out, and I'm like, what do I do now, right? So you had this one point in my life where I'm like, I feel like I'm on top of the world. I made all this money, and now I feel like an idiot going back to this job. And I was absolutely miserable. Like I said, my coworkers were extremely rude to me. I didn't want that shit forever. There was this worker there that was talking shit about me on Facebook, and I ended up finding out about it. And this was one of the people that was working there that made me feel miserable at my job. Like, they would make me do all the, boring shit. They would make me go do all this, go run around for them, all whatever, right? Because I was a new guy. I didn't want to get in trouble, whatever. And I ended up showing the post to the corporate side of things and got her ass fired, bro. And she was like so rude to me, like talking shit on me on Facebook, whatever. I'm like, bro, I was a 17-year-old kid, dog. Like, you have really nothing better to do at that time? Are you serious? Like, I don't know. Anyways, so I eventually was like, I need to get out of this job. I was losing my mind. And during this time, I was in connections with this designer I knew, because I was really back into like clothing brand stuff. Like, during this time, I never really started a brand, but I really wanted to so badly. And I hit up one of the designers that was in the Discord, and I was like, look, bro, I need to start a brand really bad. Like, I need this to work. So I ended up hitting him up, and I was like, bro, like, I really need your help. I will pay you whatever you need. I just need some designs, and I need some shit to go off of, right? So I pay him over like $300 for a couple designs, right? Which at the time I was like, holy shit, that's so much money, obviously. I paid him for some designs, got them done, and they were insane. Like, some of the best I'd ever seen. And I was like, immediately when I seen them, just the designs, not even on a piece of clothing, I was like, this is going to rip. So from there on, I went and got samples, ordered them from China, got delivered to my house. And when I seen them, I was like, it's GG's. So as soon as I got them in the mail, I immediately got to marketing them. I went on, TikTok and Instagram, started trying to post on them, get views. And to be honest, I really wasn't getting much success. I immediately launched the website thinking that I was going to get a whole bunch of sales and I was going to go crazy and whatever. But people just weren't liking them organically. And I was like, what do I do now? I just spent all this money on this. Am I doomed? Am I going to be working this job forever? Because had I not gone the brand route, I didn't know really what else to do. So I ended up spacing out and kind of just taking time back from it for a couple days. And my buddy had mentioned to me about Facebook ads, and he was like, bro, you got to get in on it. Like, trust me, just give it a go, whatever. So I launched my first ever campaign with some of the photos that I took, and overnight it ripped. I woke up the next morning on a $50 ad budget to like $200 in sales. And in my eyes, that was like insane, right? Like, I just put 50 in, I made 200 back. I'm like, what if I just left it? And that's what I did. And within about a week and a half, I was like a week, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. I don't even know. Something around that time, I was at around like $9,000 revenue. And I was like, holy shit, I'm so back. Like, I'm so back, man. Like, my life's about to change again. So that first month, we ended up completely with doing around $13,000 revenue. Profit-wise, I want to say it was probably around 8 or so, probably. something along the lines of that. But still, I mean, come on now, like, let's be real, that's insane. And then the next month after that was my record high month of the brand, which was in February. And this was January was when my first $13,000 month. February was when I did $38,000 revenue, which was insane. Like, the entire month, my phone would just go off and off and off and off. And after January, as a matter of fact, I quit my job. After I seen that there was like enough proof of concept to make this shit work, I immediately quit. I was like, I don't need this anymore. I hate this job. I might as well just bounce, right? So that's what I did. I made $13,000 my first ever month. Next month, I did $38,000. And that right there changed my life. When I did that, honestly, my second ever month, keep in mind I was miserable at my job. I came to my mom and I was like, dude, like, this is going to be the start of something big. Like, I just did 38 grand as a fucking 18-year-old. Like, this is not normal. So I ended up moving out of my hometown and moving here to the city, you know, and I got this place and, you know, started living like crazy, you know, whatever, kind of just expending all the money and whatnot. And after the February, I ended up doing another $30,000 in sales. And kind of after that, I took a big break on the brand to focus more on ads, to like teach people, you know, and learn more about it, because it changed my life literally. So that's kind of led me to where I am now. You know, I'm teaching people how to run ads. You know, I'm building this agency out behind closed doors. I'm doing a lot of workflow through my personal profile and getting clients and getting paid and whatnot. And I'm actually working on developing multiple brands right now as we speak behind closed doors. And I'm going to show people how really easy it is to start a brand, or, you know, if you already have a brand, how easy it is to actually scale it. So everything kind of leading up to this point was just kind of like a wake up call and made me want to work harder, because I couldn't stand the normal life. I couldn't stand waking up every day, going to work, coming home. You know, I have a fiance now, by the way, and waking up every single day and like saying goodbye to her, and she had to go to work, and we would get home at like 8-9 p.m. and we would just be exhausted. We would just fall asleep, and that was the day. You know, we didn't even really get to spend time together. And fast forward into now, I take care of her full time. She lives here. She lives with me. I have no other roommates. It's just me and my girl that live here in this unit, and I take care of her fully. I take care of food. I don't ever split the bill or anything like that. She doesn't make money. She doesn't have a job. She doesn't have anything, because I'm blessed enough to be in the position where I am right now, where I can take care of her full time, pay for absolutely everything, and on top of the fact, spoil her. You know, I bought her like a nice bag the other day for Valentine's Day. Took her out to dinner, took her to the aquarium, you know, whatever. I got a whole bunch of things on the way as well. But as well as the main thing is obviously taking care of me, and the most important thing of all was also helping my mom. So my mom is like my everything to me. She helped me get this far. I wouldn't be able to be here without her. And now I just, when I can, I send her as much money as I possibly can. And I know that this next month I'm on track to hit a little bit over $100,000, and a good chunk of that is going to be going towards her, because I owe her a big one. I really do. I mean, I wouldn't be here without her. Obviously, everybody says that, but I mean, like, I literally would not be here without her. I mean, I used to have to use her credit card for ads, and, you know, ask her for money for samples when I was first working at the job. You know, I used my paycheck, but then I was like, hey, can I get a little bit more? Can you help me? Like, I just need help on this. You know, I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. And she's helped me with like the business side of things and stuff. So I really owe it to her, you know, and this video has just been kind of like a roller coaster of emotion, because I'm also getting a new car tomorrow. As far as I know, should be delivered here. And this is going to change everything for me. This car I've dreamt of for years and years, ever since I was a kid, of just owning this car. And I'm making it happen tomorrow, and I think it's going to change a lot for me. I think it's going to bring a lot more income in. It's going to change everything. People are going to take me more seriously and whatnot. But yeah, man, this video has just been deep. It hits home, because I mean, it's going over my story and how I even got here, and it's just crazy, bro. The reality of this shit is like actually insane once you make it, you know. And you make this money online when you actually get down and you do it and you lock in and you really make this shit your all, and you wake up every single day wanting more and more and more, and like working your ass off. It's the best feeling ever. I have full freedom. I'm blessed. I'm so incredibly blessed. I feel like God has been blessing me a little bit more than he should. I'm not the greatest guy. I still have a bad tongue on me. There's times where I slip up, whatever, but I'm just incredibly blessed. And the reason why I'm even making this video is to share with you guys how your life can change and how grateful you should be for the things you have. I was, you know, I had a roof over my head when I was younger and everything, and I had everything I needed, but I just wanted to do more with my life. I wanted to make things better. I wanted to take care of my family. I wanted to take care of my girl. I wanted to take care of myself. It wasn't just all me. I didn't care about that. I still don't care about that. The main people in my life that I want to take care of is my friends, my mom, and my girl. That's it. That's all I care about. So I don't need to make $1 million a month to be happy. I'm happy with whatever. I'm grateful to God for anything I get. If it's in his will and, I continue to do good, I'm absolutely blessed. But if I stay or even go lower again, I'm going to be grateful. So anyways, I know this is kind of a big yap session, and some of you guys are probably not going to watch all this video out, but I just wanted to make this video to explain to you guys the reality of like the come up, what life's like now, and how crazy it's really about to be. So without further ado, guys, I just want to thank every single one of you guys if you guys watched it this far. I'm super excited to reveal this car to you guys. It should be coming tomorrow, and I'll probably post another video in a couple of days of the car. I'm sure you guys will see it on my Instagram. Make sure to check out my Instagram as well as my TikTok. And if you guys are interested in learning what I do, there's a free link down below in the description. It's completely free, not a single penny. You can sign up there and check it out. And as well as my other YouTube video, which is like 48 minutes long. It's just a completely free, I guess you want to call it, course. It's really just a big video to help you guys out. Aside from that, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Keep on grinding. Anything is possible, guys. I'm telling you right now. Just keep on going after that shit, boys. I mean, you might as well, right? So I appreciate every single one of you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing day. God bless.